Alright guys, what's happening? I wanted to show you my updated greenhouse. Just pulled out 2 pounds of purple potatoes out of that little 3.5 gallon bucket. That was pretty successful. That took about 2 months. You guys have already seen the side and the inside, but I wanted to show you the production we're getting now. So here we are with the first barrel we went into. We have mostly kale and tomatoes at the top. Now this is January 1st, so we got a lot of tomato growth in the wintertime, and I don't even heat this greenhouse. I think they've kind of stopped growing. We've got flowers, so we'll see if they put on fruit, but it's more of like an experiment for the wintertime. Then we have tons of kale in here. We have a lot of different lettuce varieties. We've got mostly romaines, a lot of leafy lettuces. I do have some Swiss chard, some bright lights we just started. I do have some arugula in this guy here. What else do we have in here? Some of the things that are smaller in here, they're new transplants. And some of the stuff that a couple of those just didn't grow, they just got overwhelmed by some of the root systems inside here. But you got some arugula up here above the kale. It's doing really good. Like the production of that. Got some really big arugula. There's another Swiss chard that's coming in. These are moving kind of slow. I think this is the shade. On this barrel here, we've got a lot of lettuce. They're just about ready to come out. We have different types like Salanovas, bright lights. We have dragoons, and we have some. I want to say we have some, what's the name of that one? The concepts, things like that. So those did really, really good. There's a bright light that's doing pretty well. There's another one back there. I can't see it yet. I'll show that to you. I did start some basil at the same time. You can see the basil's not really doing really well. Basil, I think, is a warm weather plant. I do have this guy right here that's kind of growing, but it's not really growing that good. More 5 stars and some green lettuce right there. This one here, another third start. These guys are starting to take off now. I do have a tomato plant up there on the top. I just put him in about 2 weeks ago. Again, it's January 1st here in California. It's been in the, high 30s, low 40s at nighttime, and about 60s, 70s during the day. So not ideal for tomatoes, but again, it's just an experiment. What do we have back here? Just more of the same lettuces and things. These guys are brand new babies I just put in last week, I think. Last week. So they just came out of the germination zone, and they're in my system now. So they all appear to be holding on. They don't seem to care. Some of them are taking off more than others. Actually, baby arugula right there. Again, this thing here, same thing. Just lots of different stuff. Mostly lettuces and same stuff in the first run. Though I did add pea shoots or peas, these are like a Progress 9, I think, or something like that. They're a potted pea, they're not a sugar snap or anything like that. Let's see, just more little baby starts. Here's the back side over here, and we're walking toward the first unit and on here. So as you can see, everything's growing really good. It's January. We've been eating these lettuces. I've actually just been trimming leaves off, making salads. We had some for Christmas. I'm yet to pull a whole head out and eat it, but these guys are getting really close, so I think we're going to be taking whole heads out. Anyway, here's the first one again. One of the things I noticed is that, they said that you probably need to rotate these pods, but I haven't needed to rotate. To be honest with you, the stuff that grows on the back side, on the shady side, come around here, it actually grows really good. So this is the back side, the north side of the pod. I don't need to rotate it for sun. These guys love it back here, so I'm not touching anything. So anyway, as you can see, that's where we're at. You know my greenhouse from before. I've got my inflation system right there. It's ported in from the outside at the north end of the greenhouse. And then, I have my fan controller, which I can crank up my speeds. You can hear that. It goes to those 2 fans right up there. I don't know if you can hear the pitch, probably not. And then I have let me put this guy back. That's a good speed. And then I've got my intake fan down there, which is not running because it's not that hot, but we can warm it up. Should take off in a second. There it goes. And it's just to draw cool air in if ever needed. But right now the greenhouse is about 75, so just the one set of fans is running, but we can crank those way up, way down. These are all 12-volt fans. Obviously, I built these with the 12-volt power supply. And then I put the thermostats together, these 2 thermostats here, which I got on eBay, along with the speed controllers. And then I have a little kilowatt thing, which I use to monitor how many amps or watts I'm pulling out of this thing. I don't want to exceed 80% of this guy. So I'm trying to just balance. So I've got 2 fans here running on fan 1, one fan on fan 2, which is the one below. So I just want to make sure I'm not exceeding the power supply, overheating it, causing it to blow out. I did install 2 overhead fans in here, which you can kind of see. Those are doing pretty good, just moving air around. And my dog laying on the ground, just chilling out. So that's the one here, one of my dogs. Anyways, I built this really cheap, obviously. I think I told you in other videos where I just used cheap sawhorses and some 2x6 and a drain pipe, and everything goes into the reservoir, and that's it. So anyways, wanted to give an update, see where we were at, and see, you guys can see that we have some food production going on here. So looking really good. I can't wait to see what happens next. Catch you guys later.